In this video, I'm going to talk about how to memorize faster. Faster. How do you memorize faster? First of all, if you don't understand what the Mind Palace or the Memory Palace technique is, click the link in the description below. I have a description of the Mind Palace, the Memory Palace. It's a memory training technique. But how do you memorize faster? Boom! Speed. In 2009, I set the record for the fastest to memorize a deck of cards in the United States. I memorized a deck of cards in 1 minute, 27 seconds. For the United States, it was a USA record. That record stood for 2 years, and then Nelson Dellis came along. My record was 1 minute and 27 seconds. I think his USA record was somewhere around 61, 62 seconds. It might have been 60 seconds, but he broke my record. And then, since then, his record has been broken. The current record holder also holds the world record, Alex Mullen, and he's memorizing a deck of cards in under 20 seconds. I think 19 seconds, somewhere around there. But here's the bottom line. How do you do it? How do you memorize faster? How did in 2009 I memorize faster than all my competitors, and how did Nelson go faster than me, and then how did Alex go faster than Nelson? In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways to go faster. First is systems, number 2 is belief, and number 3 is nutrition and brain health. First of all, let's talk about systems. The first time I ever picked up a deck of cards, and I'm going to use the analogy of memorizing a deck of cards on how I got faster with it. But understand that this applies to everything. You can use this to memorize. This applies to memorizing names, numbers, books, whatever you want to memorize. I'm using decks of cards. So in 2008, the first time I tried to memorize a deck of cards, I did it I was on a train going through Europe, and my girlfriend was sitting across from me. We bought a deck of cards at the airport gift shop. And we were sitting on this train, and I knew the general concept. I knew I needed to use the Mind Palace or the Memory Palace, and I knew I needed pictures for playing cards. So I came up with a picture for one picture for each card, 52 pictures, 52 cards. And then I just went through the deck of cards, and I memorized those 52 pictures in sequence. And if you don't understand what the Mind Palace is, click the link below and watch that video. So I did it in 6 minutes. I memorized a deck of cards in 6 minutes on that train that day. I handed her the cards, and then she went through them, and I said each card as she saw it, and she thought it was amazing. She wanted to know how I did that. But then I knew I had to get faster. That was 2008. If I wanted to go to the USA Memory Championship and win, I needed to memorize a deck of cards in under 2 minutes. I needed to shave 4 minutes off my time. So how did I do that? Systems. First of all, it's about how you compress. If you want to get faster at memorizing, the more data you can compress into one image, the faster you can memorize. This is what I mean. If you have a picture if you have an image, a mental image for every card, and you want to memorize 52 cards, you need 52 pictures. But what if you can come up with a mental image for every 3 cards? So if you pull out 3 cards out of the deck, that equals 1 picture. If that's the case, then you only need 17 images plus 1. So 18 images, because 17 times 3 is 51, and then plus 1 more. Let me use you another example here. If you have a picture for every 1-digit number, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have a picture for every single digit in your brain, maybe 0 is a donut because it looks like a donut. 1 is a pencil because it looks like a pencil. 2 might be a duck because the duck's neck is shaped like a 2. 3 might be a pyramid because there's 3 sides to a triangle. So maybe if you have a picture for every single digit, and you want to memorize a 20-digit number, you'll have to remember 20 pictures. But what if you have a picture for every 2-digit number? For example, maybe your picture for the number 20 is fingers and toes because you got 20 fingers and toes. Maybe your picture for 10 is bowling ball, because there's 10 pins the game of bowling. There's 10 frames. So if you have a picture for every 2-digit number and you want to memorize a 20-digit number, then you only need 10 pictures, 10 locations to memorize. So now you can go twice as fast. What if you have a picture for every 3-digit number? Let's say my picture for 127 is a tank. So let's say you have a picture for every 1-digit number, and you want to memorize the number 127. You'll need a picture for 1, a picture for the number 2, and a picture for the number 7. I want to memorize the number 127. My picture for the number 127 is tank. So one picture represents 3 numbers. Because of that, I can memorize 3 times as fast as the person who's using one picture for 1 digit. So if you want to get faster at memorizing, the way you do it is you compress more data. You create pictures. Instead of having a picture for every single-digit number, you create pictures for every 2-digit or 3-digit number. If you want to memorize cards, instead of doing 1 card at a time, you do 3 cards at a time. The way you could do 3 cards at a time is a system known as character action object. I'll put the link to that down below on how you can memorize a deck of cards with character action object 3 cards at a time. But here's really the deal. This goes for names and faces too. People always ask me, Ron, how do you memorize 300 names at a conference? It's all about the pictures. It all comes down to, I have predetermined pictures. I've created a predetermined image for the name Steve. Steve's a stove. Lisa's the Mona Lisa. Karen is a carrot. Brian is a brain. So I have these predetermined images. These predetermined images for names. It is those predetermined images that allow me to memorize faster. If I was having to create the images on the spot for names, I would not be able to memorize as fast. So if you want to memorize faster, it's all about the systems. It's all about systems. You need to compress the data more. You need to come up with pictures for every 2-digit or 3-digit number. You need to memorize 3 cards at a time instead of 1 card at a time. You need to come up with predetermined pictures for names. And there's a couple different ways to turn numbers into pictures. The way I use is called the major system. I'll put a link down below in the comments on the major system. So there's a link down below on how to do character action object for cards. There's a link down below on how to turn numbers into pictures using the major system. And then of course, pictures for names, you got to have pictures for names. But the more you can compress the data, the more you can put into one image, the faster you're going to be able to memorize. Number 1, that's systems. Number 2, belief. Your belief will factor into you being able to go faster. In 2008, I emailed the world champion, Ben Pridmore. I said, Ben, how do I memorize a deck of cards faster? His reply to me was, Ron, go faster than you think is possible. Memorize faster than you think is possible. Trust your memory. In other words, he said what slows most people down is that they will be memorizing and then they'll pause and they'll stop and they'll like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have this image clear enough. I don't know if I really got it or not. And they'll focus on it and they spend too much time dwelling on the images. They don't trust their memory. Trust your memory, belief that you got it, and just keep going. So systems, belief, and then number 3, health and nutrition. If you are staying up all night, if you are drinking lots of alcohol, if you're taking pills to help you sleep, if you're eating unhealthy, your brain's going to be slower. It's going to be slower. As we get older, our hippocampus shrinks, and one of the few things that can reverse the shrinkage of your hippocampus is exercise. So good nutrition and exercise does have a role in brain speed. So going faster, going faster, going faster, going faster, going faster. If you like going faster, then give this video a thumbs up. And please like and share this video. You can memorize more than you think is possible. My name is Ron White. I am a 2-time USA memory champion. Welcome to my home. Give me a thumbs up if you appreciate it. Click the link below. I got lots of stuff. Please like and share this, and have a great day.